Hello YouTube, Jackie here. I am just going to, what's going on with this here? I have my laptop propped up on, I have one of my dresser drawers open, and then my laptop is sitting up on the dresser drawer, so that's why I always have a terrible angle whenever I'm talking to you guys. So just excuse that, but anyway, I just wanted to make you guys a video on about my experience at the hospital on the day of surgery. So I will just start by saying that let's see, where do I start? Okay, surgery was scheduled for 8 o'clock on Friday morning, June 2nd, 2017, and I was told to be there by 6. One lady said 6, the other lady said 6:30, so we got there right about 6 o'clock, which I don't know why they had me go that early, because no one came in to see me, do anything, talk, nothing, until about probably 7:45. So, I mean, that was kind of weird, but yeah, my surgery was scheduled for 8 o'clock Friday morning. So, we got there, like I said, it was like 6 o'clock when we got there. They did take us right back, so I didn't have to wait in the waiting room or anything. It was just a go in, give them my information. They called me right back, and I went back to my room and put on my hospital gown and my little sockies, and that is where I stayed until it was time for surgery. So basically, a nurse did come in and talk to me when we first got there, and she said it's, really important to go to use the restroom before surgery. So, I think I went pee like, around 7:30 or so. But at like 7:45, another nurse came in, and they're like, oh, has the anesthesiologist come in to talk to you? And I'm like, no one's been in here really. And they were like, oh, they should be in soon. And I was like, yeah, it's 7:45. My surgery scheduled for 15 minutes from now, and then they told me, oh, we don't have you on the schedule till 8:30. Okay, so that was the first screw up, but that's okay. So I was a little bit nervous. My palms were kind of sweaty. I kept looking up at the clock, checking the time, and I was a little bit nervous. So at about 8:15, the anesthesiologist came in and talked to me, and basically she just asked me, if any of my family members have ever had problems with the anesthesia, which my grandma did. She had a hard time waking up from it. But my mom's had surgery, and, she didn't have an issue with it. And I actually had surgery back in 2005. I was 19, and I had an ectopic pregnancy. So, I went into emergency surgery and had to get my fallopian tube removed because the baby, I was 3 months pregnant, and the baby was growing in there. But anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. So, I want to stay on topic. So yeah, so I didn't have any problems then, so everything was cool. So about, I'd say 8:20, my surgeon came in, spoke to my family, and said he would see me in the back. So they came in, and they wheeled me away. I said goodbye to my family, and it's funny, well, no, actually, before that, it was about 8, when the anesthesiologist came in and talked to me. When she was done talking to me about, make sure I had no, problems with anesthesia before, she says, here, I'm going to give you something to relax you. And I'm like, I'm not like a big fan. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. My phone's ringing. So yeah, shoot, I forgot what I was talking about. Dang it. Oh, she says, yeah, I'm going to give you something to relax you, and I am not a big fan on medications and pills and all that. I don't like the way that stuff makes me feel, and, but I went ahead and I let her give it to me because I was really nervous, and seriously, about 30 seconds after she gave that to me, I felt like this, warming sensation just, you know, creeping up my arm from the IV, because she put it in my IV. I forgot to tell you guys that they had already given me my IV. Here I am. This is why I should write stuff down, because I'm so all over the place. But anyway, they had given me an IV when I had first got there or whatever. But so I felt this warming sensation going up, and about 30 seconds after that, I was just like, I just kept looking at my mom, and I was smiling, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Like, I was just okay, y'all. It was like, that was some good stuff, because after that, I was not feeling nervous at all. I was like, let's do this. And for some reason, I don't really remember them, like, moving me down the hallway to my operating room. I don't remember that part, but I do remember being in the operating room, and all these people were, like, hovered over me, and one guy was like, "I'm the nurse, and I'm going to be putting, you know, the pressure cuffs on your legs." And another lady was like, "I'm going to be over here putting this in your IV." And then my anesthesiologist was up here on my head, and she looks down at me and she goes, "You're going to feel a little bit of pressure on your neck." And so she starts, like, pushing on my neck, and that's the last thing I remember. That was it. And I woke up, and it was so funny, because when I woke up, they were taking me down from the operating room to my room, and I woke up, and the nurse was like, "Hi," she says, what did she say? She said, "How are you doing?" And I smiled at her, and I said, "I'm good. Are you guys ready?" And she goes, "Yeah, you're all done." And I'm like, "All done? I thought you guys were just getting started." And the nurse joked, and she goes, what'd she say? She says, you're my movie, what'd she say? "You're my star patient." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because I've never had a patient wake up from surgery smiling like you did." And I said, "I am just thankful to be alive. I'm thankful that it's over. You know, I was feeling good. I was in no pain." She goes, "How's your pain level?" I didn't feel nothing. I mean, I could feel my body, but I felt no pain at all. So I'm in my room, and I'm sitting in there with my family. My family's asking me how I'm doing, you know, and I was doing good. And I don't think I was, like, dozing off and falling asleep. A lot of people say that they will, like, wake up and then they'll doze off again. I didn't do that, you guys. I woke up and I was alert. I was talking to my mom, watching TV. I didn't go back to sleep. And so it was fast, and I mean, not fast, but I mean, it was easier than I expected, and I woke up feeling better than I expected. And let me see what else I can tell you guys. They kept coming in, you know, every 2 hours, I think it was, to check on me and ask me how much pain I was in. The pain medication that they had given me was Dilaudid, which I've never taken that before, but my first surgery, they gave me morphine, and it made me feel so crazy, you guys. I was like, excuse me, I was like saying the weirdest, out of this world things that made no sense, and I don't like to be out of my mind. So I told them, you know, I did not do good with morphine. Please don't give it to me. So they gave me Dilaudid. That helped, and really the only reason I wanted to take it was because I started getting really, really bad heartburn. Like heartburn and what's the other one that they call it? I can't think right now, you guys. I should have written everything down, but I got really bad burning sensation, like in my throat and in my stomach. It was so bad. That's the only reason I took the pain medication, and I only took it like 3 times while I was there. I was there the day of surgery, which was all day Friday. I was there Friday night, and then I was there all day Saturday, and I went home Saturday night. So I was only there, you know, like 32 hours. But let's see. So Friday night was good. I wasn't in very much pain. They were coming in every 2 hours to check on me, and I was up and walking, you guys. Seriously, like, they rolled me to my room, and within 30 minutes of me sitting on that hospital bed, I was up and moving because my butt hurt so bad from sitting in that hospital bed that I was like, no, I need to get up and move around. So, like I'm saying, 45 minutes after my surgery, I was up and walking. And I was doing like 2 and 3 laps around the ward, the hospital, like the level I was on. I was doing 2 and 3 laps around the nurses' stations. And one time I was walking and one of the nurses looked at me and she goes, "Weren't you supposed to have surgery this morning?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Did you not have it?" And I said, "I did." And she goes, "Really? I cannot believe," she said, "you were walking around like, just a normal person." And I'm like, is that not, is this not normal? And she said, "No. Usually when people get out, they're walking slowly, they're in pain." I was in no pain, and I was literally like trying to jog around the nurses' stations. It was funny. So I was moving around a lot. Let's see. Friday night was okay. Didn't get much sleep because, like I said, the nurses came in every 2 hours. So Saturday morning, I had been there for 24 hours, and I was freaking hungry. Oh my gosh, I was hungry. And I was so confused, you guys, because I thought this surgery took away hunger pains. I thought, a lot of people say they never felt hungry again, and that's what I was looking forward to, honestly, because I was hungry all the time before, and so I was really looking forward to not being hungry ever again, and that was not the case at all. I think I woke up from the anesthesia and I was already having hunger pains. That's how bad it was. So Saturday morning, after 24 hours being in the hospital, I was only allowed to have ice chips. Ice chips, you guys. Couldn't drink water. Couldn't have Jello, nothing. Ice chips. So, I mean, I guess it's better than some people, because a lot of people were saying they just got like a sponge to dip in the water to get their mouth wet. That just seems yucky to me, but I got ice chips. And so, like, Saturday morning came around, and I was doing one of my laps, and I met my neighbor girl, the girl in the room next to me, and I had seen that she had one of the patches for the nausea behind her ear. So I said, "Hey," I said, did you just get gastric sleeve surgery?" And she says, "Yeah." And I said, "Whoa, was Dr. Lamb your doctor?" She says, "Yeah." I said, "You were the girl in surgery right after me." And she goes, "Oh, you were the girl right before me." So we kind of became friends, and we started walking and talking. And we got to talking, and she told me, get this, she was already eating Jello. And I was so mad. I was like, oh my gosh, she is eating Jello and I'm over here with ice chips. I was so mad, you guys. I was, I was mad. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I kept asking the nurse, when am I going to be able to eat? When am I going to be able to eat? Every time they came in and talked to me. And they said, you got to do the leak test first. And they say usually takes about, they told me you should be getting your leak test by 8 or 9 o'clock. Well, 9 o'clock came, 10 o'clock came, 11 o'clock came, 11:30 came, and I was like, dude, you guys, I am literally starving to death. What is going on with my leak test? So the nurse went to check, and I guess they had lost my order. So the nurse's station sent my order down to radiology, and they lost it. So they had to resubmit it, and come 12:30, they were finally coming in to get me to go do the leak test. Now let me tell you guys, let me get close. Let me tell you guys about this leak test, okay? That is the nastiest, most disgusting, oh Lord, I cannot even explain to you the disgustingness of that liquid, okay? So be prepared. Be prepared. It is, woo, my gosh. And so what they did was they had me, they have the regular, like, tables where you go into the, what is it called, where they check your brain and stuff, they lay you on that table that moves back and forth. Well, this table, they told me lay down on it, and then they started moving it, and so the table went from being flat, and it goes up, 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 up. So I was standing instead of laying down. And they bring the, the x-ray machine, and they put it right here in front of me. And then the nurse comes over with the cup, and she says, I'm going to tell you when to start drinking. Whew, I'm getting sick just remembering. So she goes, okay, start drinking. And I start drinking it, and oh my gosh, it was so disgusting. But I was so hungry that I was like chugging it. And she goes, oh, you're doing really good, you're doing really good. And then it was gone, and I was like, yes. And then she hands me another cup. And she's like, here, you got to finish this one too. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was chug that one, and it left like this burning, gurgling film in my stomach. And it kept wanting to come up. I kept wanting to throw up. It was so gross. But I didn't. I held my own. I stayed strong. I didn't throw up. And, about an hour after that, they gave me the okay. So it was like 2:30 the next day. 2:30 the next day before they finally gave me the okay to drink water. Had no problem, let's see. I had no problems sipping the water in the hospital. But the Jello, they gave me the Jello, and I took like 2 bites of that Jello, and it hurt so bad. I was like, nope. Like, it just made my hunger go away. But I went home Saturday night, so I think it was about 5:30 or 6. So I went home pretty close to right after they okayed me to eat, and they gave me the water and the Jello. I was okayed to go home, and I left. But since I've been home, I have not been able to tolerate water. Water hurts my stomach really bad. I don't know why. It's just plain water. But yeah, so that was my experience with the hospital. I was, like I said, I was in there. I was only in there for one night and for 2 days. Went home Saturday. And yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you guys about is like the breathing machine that they give you. So they did not explain that right to me. What you're supposed to do is be using this, breathing machine. I have it somewhere. I should have totally been more prepared for this video, you guys. I am so sorry. When I was thinking about doing this video, I like totally had my medicine bottle and everything ready to show you guys, and I just got out of the shower, and I just wanted to get this over with, so that's why I didn't grab anything, and my apologies. But this breathing thing that they give you, they told me you're supposed to use it 10 times every hour, right? So I'm like, okay. So I pick up the machine, and I breathe in, and I hold it, and I breathe out. I do that 10 times. And then I stopped. No. One of the nurses came in finally Saturday morning, and they're like, you're using this 10 times every hour, right? And I'm like, wait, 10 times every hour? They're like, yeah, you're supposed to be using this 10 times every hour. And I said, I thought I was only supposed to be doing 10 breaths, like using it once an hour and breathing 10 times. And he goes, no. So anyway, luckily I didn't get pneumonia. Hopefully I still don't get it since I'm only 9 days out, but I don't think so, you guys. So yeah, that was my whole experience. And coming home from the hospital, they sent me home with this big old bottle of liquid codeine for the pain. I used it the first night, and then the second day after I came home, which would have been like I used it Saturday night because I was still kind of tender, and I wanted to be able to sleep, which I had to sleep. Let me see if I can show you. I had to basically prop a pillow up like this on the wall, and I slept like sitting up, because that's how they had me sleep in the hospital, and I slept really comfortably like that. So I slept like this for for about 3 or 4 days. And now I'm back to sleeping on my stomach. I don't have any more pain, and I've been sleeping, not on my stomach, but I've been sleeping on my side, and it's been fine. Okay, let me just go over stats really quick, and then I will let you guys go. So, morning of surgery, I weighed 353 pounds. As of June 9th, which was 2 days ago, I was 340.2. And then yesterday, I don't know how this is, don't ask me how this is possible, because I don't know. But yesterday, I gained a pound. I gained 1 pound. So, what the hell? Like, I'm eating less than a baby eats in a day, and I gained a pound. So, I don't know. I don't know how the bodies work, but that's what happened to me. So I gained a pound yesterday. And then today, I am back to 340.0. 340.0. So, how many pounds is that? It's like 14. Is that 14 pounds? I can't do math right now. 14 pounds since surgery. So 9 days ago, 14 pounds in 9 days. I was at the beginning of this whole thing. What is wrong with me? I can't talk. At the beginning of this journey, I was 376 pounds. 376, y'all. 376. And now I am 340. So that is, yeah, I was 376.4 to be exact at the beginning, and now I'm 340.0. So that is 36.4 pounds in the last 2 months. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know what else to say. My video is already 22 minutes, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. For all of you out there that are thinking about having the surgery, I hope this helps you, to kind of prepare and know what to look forward to at the hospital. Even though everybody's different, this is kind of just to give you an idea, and I wanted to document my experience. So, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.